My name is Owen and I'm a computer engineering student. My project is a game console that can play Tetris. It uses a 16 by 32 RGB display, a joystick, a speaker, and some buttons and stuff to run any sort of game you want to program on it. I have several different favorite parts of different aspects of the project. Like there's the hardware part and then the software part. My favorite part of the hardware, I would say, is the fact that I was able to actually make a very nice looking enclosure for it. I CAD'd the whole enclosure up in SolidWorks, and I bought some nice looking wood from Menards and laser cut it at the student shop here. I basically did the entire assembly on the last day it was due because I had just been working so hard on the software portion, and I didn't really expect it to turn out as well as it did. And then as far as the software goes, I think my favorite feature of that would be the collision code, because that's probably the hardest thing to implement for Tetris. So in my collision code, you can do things like actually slide a piece underneath another one, and it takes the shape of the piece into account. And that's the sort of solution, as an engineer, you're proud of. But I had, only limited time. I had 2.5 weeks to get it done. I had a limited budget, and I had a limited set of criteria I needed to meet for the project definition, where I had to write a library to operate a new device. That was one of the goals of the project. So I wrote a very nice display library that does things like sprite loading and sprite rotation and drawing set pixels on an RGB display. It was very incremental, I would say. There wasn't any specific instance, at least for this project, where I said to myself this is not gonna work. It was always today I got this little thing working, and now this little thing will go better with this other little thing. And today, instead of being able to just draw a pixel on the display, now I have, I can draw letters to the display. And then the day after that, it would be I can draw words to the display. And then the day after that, I can be I can draw words anywhere on the display in any rotation. So there was never really one instance where I was oh crap, everything's falling apart. It was always solving the little issues, the little bugs that came up. I sort of already had this sort of desire to build a game console so I can work on other games in the future as well. And it was also sort of a personal challenge for myself. Is can I actually do this within the boundaries of this class and make it work? Something you always get people being oh, that's too hard, you can't do that. And I just wanted to prove them wrong at some point. Maybe to the detriment of my sleep schedule, but I think it worked out.